Jeremiah 33:24 in the NLT?
No. 30 and 24?
33 and 24, what did it say?
33, 24. It says, considerest thou, oh, have you noticed what people are saying?
That's it.
That's the one?
I'll read it in the KJV first, then read it in
Okay. Let me start my time.
Can you get Psalms 83 and 1? Hey, all right, Shalom, Shalom. We're going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. We're going to say and give double honor to the apostles and the bishop, elders, a great millstone for teaching us this word, the truth and sincerity, and for reading well. Salutations to the elect. Lord willing, we're some of those men. Hey, we're the brothers of GMS Hawaii. We out here another week to prophesy the truth of the Bible, the understanding of the Bible. Okay, who the Bible was written for. The Bible was written to a people, right? Real quick, what is it? Deuteronomy 1 and 1, what did I say? It was written to a people, right? The law, statutes, and commandments were given to a people. They weren't given to all people. It wasn't given to all mankind. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is not dealing with every nation on the planet Earth, all right? He has a people. Hey, bro, when you get a chance, you get second Ezra. I'm sorry. You get second Ezra, chapter 5, where it says of all the multitude of the people.
Okay.
So again, this word is for a people, and it's for the Israelites. Who are the Israelites? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, indigenous people of the Americas, and those who go back to us on their forefathers' side, but may look like the other nations. All right, we're the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, we're not blacks, we're not Latinos, we're not Negroes, we're not Americans. We're the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And for a long time, we lost our identity. We lost who we were for our iniquities and our sins that we committed. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Who's stringing this, bro?
Oh, that's mine. You want it? Yeah. Want me to open it up for you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
This is
We lost our identity. We lost who we were, and because of that, we were put into a state of confusion via at the hands of our enemies, and they love it so. Yep. So much so that now that we're waking up to the truth, we're gonna go through we're gonna go through Ezekiel 37 too as well. Now that we're waking up, these dry bones are now awakened. The world has a problem with it. It was all good when we was Catholics. It was all good when we was Christians. It was all good when we was Muslims. Pan-Africanism, niggas in the world. Nobody had a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a time in America where so-called blacks was into the Nation of Islam shit. The white man didn't get mad that Jake was into Nation of Islam. He got mad because they had grassroots leaders that was able to grab the attention of the people, of the so-called black people, and that Jake would look at him as a messiah. So what Esau do, he kill him. Even though that organization, I'm speaking of the NOI, was set up by the so-called white man, right, to deceive you, which came out of another group called the Moorish Science Temple. That's where you get the Nation of Islam from, and that shit was nothing but a bunch of folly. And I'm only bringing that up to say when you were doing all that shit, Esau ain't had no problem. As soon as we said we was the Israelites and that these nations are excluded from the blessings in this Bible, from the good news, from the gospel, now the world has a problem. And now Christians want to read the Bible. Okay? Go ahead, bring out what you got, man.
This is Deuteronomy 1 and 1. It says, these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel,
unto all Edom,
unto all Israel,
unto all Israel. Go ahead.
on this side Jordan in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel, and Lebanon, and Hazeroth, and this Ahab.
Right. So those words, all of these words that Moses spake, because the so-called Jews like to reach back into the words of Masha, the first king of Israel, right? Of Masha, going to Deuteronomy. I think they call it the Torah. They call it the first 5 books of Moses, when it's the first 5 books of the words of the Lord that the Lord had Moses write down and document, right? And it was all activities involving who? The Israelites. The relationship between the Most High, Yahweh, Bashim Habashai, and his people, the Israelites. That's what this was concerning about. This Bible wasn't a key to the whole world. Get Jeremiah 3, and I believe it's either 22 or 26, something like that. It says, surely the salvation is hopeful from the hills.
Yeah. Jeremiah 3 and verse 23 says, truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, our power is salvation of Israel.
Now that goes twofold, because at that time you had Israel worshiping idols in these hills and in the mountains. These idols, who they learned these idols, idol worshiping from the other nations, right? And they thought that salvation was going to be through these heathens' idols, and it wasn't. Read it again, brother.
Jeremiah 3 and verse 23, truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, our power is the salvation of Israel.
Is the salvation of Israel, because ultimately salvation is for Israel. What you got, bro?
I was holding 2 Ezra 5 and 27.
Go ahead.
And among all the multitudes of people,
You can start at what verse 20 say?
verse 20.
Start at 23.
2 Ezra 5:23, and said, O Yahweh, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine.
Right. So the Lord is specific with the things that he loves in this earth that he created. He created all things, but that don't make all things precious to the Most High, right? It don't make there's a lot of plants that's beautiful, plumerias, all kinds of daisies, all kinds of flowers that are beautiful, but the Lord chose a specific flower. There's a lot of different vines in the world, and the vine is spiritual too, because Yahweh Shai is the root. He's the root to all of this, right? He's the vine. And the Lord, a vine has what? Grapes on it. Plus the grapes used for choice wine. Well, that's what the Lord chose out of all the things, all of these things that he created. These are specific things on which Yahweh Shai loves.
2 Ezra 5, verse 20, was it?
What's that?
2 Ezra 23. That's like 2 Ezra 5:23, and said, O Yahweh, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine.
Which is that we know that the olive tree is something that the Lord really loves. The Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 24, and of all lands of the whole world,
Right.
thou hast chosen thee one pit.
So, like, people make a big deal about America. Like, America is the greatest place on the earth, but not in the sight of the Lord. In the sight of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, America is the worst place on the earth. It's the most wickedest place on earth, right? People make a big deal about Africa. Oh, Africa is the motherland. Africa's not our motherland. The Lord didn't choose Africa as a place of his glory to set his feet upon. No, he chose Israel, the land of Israel, which used to be called the land of Canaan, because the Canaanites were living there for some time. But that was only until the Lord raised his people up to destroy those Canaanites. And he had every right to, because those Canaanites were committing nothing but wickedness and whoredom in that land. And it's the Lord's choice land. And that's also where the garden eastward in Eden was planted in Jerusalem, right? That's exactly why the Lord loved that place. Right? Read it again, brother.
2 Ezra 5:24, and of all the lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit.
Yep. So all the lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, and that pit is the land of Israel, starting with Jerusalem, right? Because the land of Israel is going to expand, right? The true blessing of that is going to expand. I love always speaking about it because it just gives you a mental representation or image that our land is going to stretch from the land of Egypt all the way to Egypt now, where the Nile River flows, all the way to modern day Iraq. It's going to encompass everything from Syria, all the way down to modern Oman or Saudi Arabia today. But the Lord chose Israel, that land, Israel with that main portion right there, that's the Lord's portion. That's why you can't do any and everything you want in that land. Anytime people did anything and everything they wanted in that land, what happened? They got destroyed out of the land. The Canaanites, they got destroyed out of the land. The Girgashites, the Pergasites, they got pushed out of that land because they were doing nothing but wickedness. Then when we got in the land, we started doing wickedness. What happened? The Lord put us out of that land. And the Lord's going to do that again with these heathen that are in our land today. Those Amalekites, those Edomites, right? Those Ishmaelites, Moabites, and any of the rest of you heathen, 2/3 of Jacob that's there, right? You're going to get put out that land because you ain't doing the right thing, right? And anytime you don't do the right thing in the land of the Lord, what happens? The land becomes cursed. The people become cursed.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay?
yeah, the Lord has his favorites, and the Israelites, proven by the scriptures.
We about to pull that out.
Oh, is it-
Yeah, wait till we get to that part.
Con, sorry.
That's all right. Go, keep reading, but you got it.
Verse 26, 2 Ezra 5, and of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove.
Yeah, you got eagles, you got hawks, those are foul birds. But you got all kinds of birds, man. Beautiful birds, bro. Now, I'm sure if you ever was able to go into like the Amazon forest or some shit, and you see a beautiful bird, I love that bird. The most I like, I like the dove. You know what the dove is today?
Pigeon.
That's right. They call it the rats with wings, man. Showing you, y'all some haters, man.
Hey, you know what? I tell you this. You can come to Chinatown, and this proves for me that the pigeon is Yahweh Bashim Shai's favorite bird. Dove, he calls it. You can come to Chinatown literally 2, 3, or 4 o'clock in the morning. And you know what you're going to see walking outside? Pigeons.
Yep.
Flying, walking, looking for food, 24/7, 365. You know? And people, especially these, they call them Chinese or whatever, when they come visit Hawaii, you know what you see them doing? Feeding the pigeons.
Yeah.
That's of the Lord.
Yeah, that's the Lord's favorite bird.
Favorite
the
bird.
dove, man.
Yeah.
It's, they call it the turtle dove, but it's the dove, man. And it's a smart bird. It's an extremely intelligent bird. All birds are intelligent. You know what I mean? People be like, take the word from Apostle Bar. People say things like, "Oh, you're a bird." People say, "Oh, you're a bird brain," and that's disrespecting a bird because birds are super smart.
You know how fast they fly?
Nah.
Up to and including 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, I've seen birds like fly into a glass, bro, because they couldn't tell if it was a pane of glass or
they're reflecting.
and they be going fast, bro. Break the fucking glass.
Crash right through it.
That's all right, man.
If you have,
he said them demons on that murderous man.
if you have a flock of pigeons, like Mike Tyson his pigeons used to be his thing. He would let them fly wherever, and he'll do something with his hands, and they'll come back.
Yeah.
You can use them as weapons, as kamikazes, because if one of them things come flying at you 100 miles per hour, it'll damn near go through you.
Yeah, for real. Real talk. Like, straight up. Like I've heard like birds crashing into the windshield of a car.
Yeah.
People fucking die in the car, bro.
Yeah.
So but the point of the matter is that's the Lord's favorite bird. Of all the fowls that are on the air, keep reading, bro. Of all the fowls in the air.
2 Ezra 5:27. Well, I'll finish 26. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove.
Thou hast named thee one dove. Go ahead.
And of all the cattle.
It's not that white dove that the Pope be letting off. It ain't that dove.
You ever seen brown pigeons?
Yeah. I've seen many colors.
Beautiful. About this color brown right here. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove. And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep.
Out of all the cattle, the Lord deems his sheep is. And what does he call us? He calls us his sheep. We are his sheep.
Yeah. And our shepherd is Yahweh.
That's right, brother. That's right. So here it is. Here it is. The Lord.
The great
Here
shepherd.
it is. We as humans, right? We can have specific things that we like. They got things called prejudice. Ain't nothing wrong with the word prejudice. It gets a bad rep because of Esau.
Yeah.
But prejudice meaning that I just kind of prefer something over another thing.
Yeah.
So we're allowed to have our prejudice in this world. We're allowed to have things that we like in this world.
Favorites.
But the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, can't have his favorites. That's out of order, right? Because in this world they teach you that the Lord loves everything just because he created it. No, some things the Lord created to be loved, some things he created to be hated. Some things he created to live, and other things he created to be destroyed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Most High, he's the creator. Yahweh Bashem Shai is the creator of all things, and he can't have specifics, man. You know, you like a certain pair of shoes. You ain't gonna wear those shoes every day. Those my favorite shoes. I wear them when I want to go out and look good in them joints.
Yeah.
Special occasion.
Yeah, special occasions, man. And likewise with your woman. You might got a bunch of women, but certain women are your favorite. Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite right here. It don't take nothing away from the others. It's just that I prefer this one right now over all of this. Even in children, you have children. Some children are your favorite children. Other children, not so much, man. You love them, but they don't take away that. Hey, I prefer. Hey, the Lord, Slaki, our forefather Jacob, the Iquab, he preferred Joseph. Out of all his 12 sons, Joseph was his one. And it wasn't just because Joseph was special. He had the spirit on him. He loved his mother. So I think what's it? Rachel had 2 sons. She had Joseph and she had Benjamin. I believe it was Benjamin. I might be wrong. She might have just had Benjamin. I don't know. You got to look that up. Who was Joseph's mother? You know what I'm saying?
Rachel, yeah.
So she had 2 sons. She had Jacob, she had Joseph, and she had Benjamin. And the reason why Jacob loved Joseph so much is because he knew, I'm sure what played a big role in that was the fact that Rachel had such a hard time having a child.
Yeah, Joseph and Benjamin.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She had a hard time having a child. So that was truly a child out of love. Because he didn't love Leah. He didn't love their handmaids. He loved Rachel, bro.
Right.
And the sons knew that. So that drew some controversy and enmity. So, you know, they got tired of it. They was hating. And they sold him into slavery. But that had to happen. All that was for controversy's sake anyway. Because it was going, that's right, brother. It was prophecy. Who was reading?
Me.
Go ahead, brother.
Second Ezra 5:27, and among all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all.
There it is. So the Most High, out of all the multitudes of the people on earth, the Lord has gotten thee one people. And unto that people, he gave what? A law that is what?
That is loved by all. Approved of all.
So he gave them a law that is approved by all.
Approved of all.
Because when you look at our laws is way better than any law that these other nations could have. Their understanding of what law and order is completely off.
Yeah.
But what Yahweh Bashem Shai given us is completely righteous. Right? And he gave that to a specific people. And that people that he gave that to were the Israelites. And that's why you see in the world today, everybody want to be an Israelite. Everybody could be an Israelite except the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? The fucking so-called white man, this man runs the world. I saw a video today talking about, they got groups that go against small hats and against APAC. And this one guy was saying that how, like, basically if you're a congressman and you are against APAC, when it's your time to run for Congress again, man, they're gonna make sure that you got an opponent that's extremely well funded. So you're gonna lose. Automatically you're gonna lose. So basically the small hats got America in a fucking vice grip. Politically and economically, bro. They were talking about this particular group is set up to tell you where your money is going as regards to when it's given to them Israelis, man. And they say that the Israelis are the most what do they call them? The most they commit the most espionage against America for profit. You see? But yet in the same time, in the same token, they're also financially propping up the political system. So, but if that was the Lord's people, they wouldn't be acting like that. They wouldn't be doing no shit like that. You know, so you know they don't be. But again, they could be the Lord's people. But when men like us say we're the Lord's people, the world's in an uproar. Christianity is losing its mind. You know. And I was going to do a lesson on it, but what inspired this was a lesson Elder Yashimama did about this, speaking about us regaining our heritage. Because that's all we're doing. Because in the world, who were we in the world? Who was this man in the world? A Negro. Who is this man in the world? A Latino.
Yeah.
Who was I in the world? A nigga. You know what I'm saying? We were just niggas. That's all. That's why we say that. Because that's what the world told us we were. I was African American. He was African American. And he was Latino.
Ain't never been African.
No one of important.
Nobody of important, and ain't never been there. You drop us off in Africa, we like, where the fuck we at? We trying to get the fuck up out of there, bro. How the fuck we get here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You send this brother to Spain, he gonna turn around, where the fuck is that? Where I'm at? And then he starts speaking Spanish, and they looking at him like, you ain't Spanish.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So who are we? We can go to Africa today or tomorrow. They're gonna look at us like we're fucking got two heads on our shoulders, bro. Because that's not our homeland. That's not who we were. Our homeland is in the Middle East. It's in Israel. Our nationality is that we are Hebrew Israelites.
That's right.
And that's all we telling our people. But being a Hebrew Israelite, there comes a great responsibility. You just can't be a nigga and a Hebrew Israelite, but you got niggas like that. It's a great responsibility, man. And so we're instructing our brothers and sisters of this information, of the knowledge. We have our own God. We don't need no God of the other nations. Our God is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
The only living power. Right? What you got, bro?
I was looking at Romans chapter 9 and verse 6, which says Romans chapter 9 and verse 6. All Israel is not Israel. Basically what it says.
Now read it.
What's wrong with my fucking Romans chapter 9 and verse 6. The water, Yahweh. Romans chapter 9 and verse 6. Not as though the word of the Most High has taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. Because we have a lot of Jakes out here. Joker found out here Israelite, and he think that's it. All right, the buck stops right here. Now I'm an Israelite. I know I'm an Israelite, so I'm going to automatically be saved. No, there's laws, statutes, and commandments Yahweh Shemashai has given us as his favorite people that you have to live by. Just because you're born in the flesh, an Israelite, so-called black man, we had two examples of that with them two rappers this past week. Rich Homie Quan and Fat Man Scoop. The Lord scooped them, both of them, deleted. And I don't know neither one of them, but I'm sure they had knowledge somewhere in their life at some time where they knew they was an Israelite. One of them was from New York, wasn't he?
Yeah, Fat Man Scoop.
Fat Man Scoop. So you know he done came across, the prophets and the elders and whatnot. So just because you're an Israelite, it doesn't mean, just like the scripture says, all Israel is not Israel. If you're an Israelite and you know it, there's a responsibility that comes with that. And part of that responsibility is doing what we're doing.
Yeah, and not everybody a prophet, not everybody
That's
is
right.
a teacher, but at the same time, the Lord separated within his own people. Israel as a nation is the elect of all nations.
Yeah.
But there's an elect within the elect.
the elect,
Just like even amongst Esau, he has an aristocracy. Those super elite Edomites, they don't act like the lessers of their people. They know that they're over their people. They're Edomite, all Edomites, but they're a different class of Edomite.
Yep.
So you got a different class of Israelites. And that's the remnant of Israel. Just because you're an Israelite don't mean that you're a part of the remnant of Israel.
That's right.
Just because you're an Israelite don't mean that you were slotted to be saved the first go around. You're going to be saved ultimately. You're going to get into the kingdom and everything. But at the same time, there's a select amount of Israelites that's going to make it. You got Israelites that know that they're Israelites, but they're not even teaching the whole truth. So you know that they're not the Israelites of the Most High. Even though they walking around, Shalom, brother.
Yeah.
Or Shalom, brother. You know, Jake got his t-shirt on with the fringes on and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wicked as hell.
You know what I'm saying? They got the head wrap thing going on.
Yeah.
They talk about the laws. But they ain't the Israelites of the Most High.
Yeah, they think that this truth is gonna prosper them on this side, man.
Yeah.
You know, and in reality, it's not supposed to prosper you on this side. I mean, it's supposed to prosper you spiritually, but not carnally, man. And that's what Jake's looking for in the world, man.
Carnal prosperity.
Yeah, a carnal blessing. You know, they couldn't make it in the world through wickedness, and now they find out that they're the Israelites and they want something here on this side. That's why they keep talking about building up the nation and, you know, stuff here on this side.
Because and that's the same shit. See, people don't even know that's the same shit that nigga Elijah Muhammad was talking about. Creating a African world, a black world, in America. It gotta be here. Like a nigga ain't finna take all these. We ain't finna go nowhere, but he ain't finna take all these people to another country. They want to have it here. So they want to have their American way of living with their Israelite way of living. And have it, and like they're just going to be autonomous or sovereign in the land that not even that people that were living here indigenously can have. And that's our brothers, the Gadites and the Issacharites, right? And who else is over there? And the Reubenites, right? They can't even have it.
I was talking to, you know, one of these ladies that I was telling you that I own this place where, you know, my extended family's at, and like they supposedly could trace their line to like the Kamehamehas and the other family. I don't remember what the name was. But yeah, yesterday they were talking and they were like pretty much going into how Esau pretty much came and conquered them and all this shit, and now they don't even let them live like, you know, their own way. That they pretty much deleted their culture, and they just like making profit off of some of the culture. But in reality, they gotta live in Esau's world, man. And that's exactly what Esau did to us.
Same thing he did.
You know, but the only difference is that, you know, they let Japheth keep their names. Like, oh yeah, these are the Hawaiian people, and they got the museum. You know, they could trace their lineage back to those people, man. But to you Jakes, man, the so-called Negro, the last thing you were slaves, or you came from Africa. And you so-called Latinos, the last thing you were Indians, savages. That's it. But they never tell you who you really were, you know, which we're telling you right now. You are the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the children of Israel, man.
The children of the promise, man.
That's right.
You know, not everybody is the children of the promise. And in this world, we was taught that God loves the one you literally call God, and Jesus loves everybody. We were told that salvation was for everybody, right? We had
Psalms,
Acts 5:29. Acts 5:29. We told that salvation was for everybody. That God loves everybody. So when you thinking like that, it's like a nigga that's just a person that's just a total asshole, a total piece of shit. But the Lord loves this person just because He created them? No. There's another precept in that in Romans chapter 9 where it says the Lord made vessels for dishonor, vessels for honor. Some things in the world are to be dishonored. Edom was created to be a vessel of dishonor, right? The Israelites were created to be vessels of honor. Jacob, right? That's how the Lord created that. And that's why the judgment, the punishment falls so heavy on us, because we weren't sit down here. We weren't created initially to be vessels of dishonor, even though we dishonoring ourselves down here. We weren't set up to be like that. You look at themselves as such, you on such a low level when it comes to your own personal view and understanding of who you truly are. You can't see yourself ruling above people. That's why you asking about the white man. But I ain't never heard the so-called white man ask about you.
Never.
Why you worried about somebody? I ain't never heard the so-called Chinese, Japanese, Arab, even Hamites. Jeff over here, they answering about us, bro. You know, if it was between them and you or them and us, they would choose themselves every time.
Yeah.
They would never choose you.
And we can see that every time there's an incident with a so-called black person get deleted by the police or something happen along those lines, you don't never see these so-called Chinese and Japanese marching.
No.
Not one.
Unless it's like set up. Because I remember when that nigga George Floyd died, he had gooks marching in the street talking about something. It was a Black Lives Matter thing. It was all Black Lives Matter. But in reality, that was all set up because they don't give a fuck.
You gotta take a picture of shit.
Yeah, they don't care because
They don't care.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not about them. It ain't really affecting them.
Not at all, right?
And when something like that does happen to one of them nations, they get immediate redress, meaning that they're fuck. You hear something from the country, you know what I'm saying? They're getting money, they're getting justice in the court system, all of that shit. But when it comes to Jake, it's just like another nigga dead. Who cares?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 9 and verse 20. It says, nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? That's right. And then those vessels of honor are the Israelites, man. And like we're going into chiefly the elect of the nation of Israel. And those vessels of dishonor is who? The Edomites, man. And these other nations as well, man. Because at the end of the day, the Lord only really cares about Israel, his elect nation, man. You know?
Yeah, even in that, he only care about the elect. Because there's people there's Israelites on this earth that they were born in vain. They were born to be destroyed.
That's right.
Like that nigga you had mentioned, Rich Homie Quan and the nigga Fat Man Scoop. Them niggas, they weren't supposed to come into the truth. They weren't supposed to come into this marvelous light and be converted. Them niggas supposed to mislead a bunch of people, be
like
born in this world, and die in their sins and be deleted and go back to the spirit world. And now in the kingdom of heaven, they're gonna know that they were Israelites, that they're Israelites. They're in the kingdom of heaven. Well, shit, they know that right now, and they on our side. They're praying for us.
Yeah.
While they was down here, they ain't never put up a prayer for the elect of Israel. But now they praying to the Lord, face to face. Lord, deliver our people, deliver the elect. Because they had a veil over them. They had a veil over their eyes. Those are heathens, bro. You look at them people, man, you know that they ain't our people, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, like Nate went all the way to, this nigga flew all the way out here to Oceania to some Papua New Guinea. That nigga flew all the way to Papua New Guinea just to have to try to make an IUIC Papua New Guinea, IUIC Oceania, and there was a fucking Japhites over there, bro. Yeah, just because them niggas got beards and they kind of dark skinned. No, bro, those are Japhite people, bro. You got Israelites scattered amongst them.
But not all of them are.
Hell no, bro. This nigga went to the Solomon. I want to say the Solomon Islands, bro. Like, nigga, what? You just flew over Hawaii, just went all the way to fucking Solomon Islands, the whole kit, to make it sound like you doing some fucking. And I was saying on a comment board, the reason why they got to do that shit because they got to have something for those tax breaks, bro.
Yeah.
They got to have evidence.
Money.
Yeah, they got to have evidence. Well, we flew all the way out here. We took a a missionary
Trip.
Yeah, cause that's not what you're supposed to do, man. Salvation is coming here in America, bro. The great deliverance is going to be here from America. Now you're going to have Israelites around the world saved, but it's coming from here, bro. Your focus should be here. We in a valley of the shadow of death. You don't see us get on a fucking plane going in the middle of Oceania telling them people that they're up. Hell no. Just because somebody brown skinned don't make them Israelites, bro. Just because somebody got a beard don't make them Israelites, bro. And them niggas, those are Japhetic people. All these people are the South Pacific, East Island, whatever. South Pacific, Eastern Island, Australia, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Hawaii, Tongan, Samoa. Those are all, these are the people of Japhet, bro. Why the fuck are you over there telling them about anything, bro?
And we know we're here.
Like one of the brother on the comment board, the brother did a lesson on it. Asked, should he share this knowledge?
Yeah, he was in South Africa.
Yeah. The brother Kahai ended up doing a lesson about it.
Yeah.
And he said in the video, Slack here, bro. I'm just gonna give a synopsis. Basically, look, no nigga, I ain't calling that brother a nigga. I'm just saying, no. You ain't supposed to share with these heathens, bro.
Straight up. That's right.
I ain't calling that brother that asked that question a nigga. I'm just saying, no. Why we say no? Because it ain't for them. It's not profitable for them.
Right.
Yeah, just because somebody catching hell in a nation, it don't mean that they're Israelites, bro. The whole world is being oppressed because Esau is oppressive. He's oppressing the whole world. One people on the side of the islands looking, you should see them. They all sitting in a group because it's like they got their culture. So all the men are just sitting around listening. And they like, what? They looking like, you can tell the spirit of the Lord ain't on none of these niggas. They just looking on, they just look like, what? Like, they straight up, bro.
Is this motherfucker gonna give some money? Or
yeah, for real talk. This nigga, you got these niggas out here.
What else you got?
They was going hard, bro. These niggas had the microphone. You can tell, like, they was looking like this. Like this.
And
the
that's what it
microphone.
sound like to them, too.
And then them motherfuckers looking like, what? They got the paper in their hand. What? Because it ain't for them, bro. It's for Jake. We're the Israelites, bro.
Yeah.
Stop trying to incorporate other people into this because they're not incorporated. The Lord didn't incorporate them. He said that these nations are less than nothing, bro.
Less than nothing.
Now, I'm not saying just because somebody less than nothing that we just supposed to go over there, treat them like shit, fuck them up. No, we ain't Edomites, but we just know that, listen, bro, what's that in Baruch chapter 4? Give not that which is profitable unto another nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, niggas, Jake always trying to get a blessing away. They don't even want to accept a blessing, but they want to give it away to these heathens. And what Nate is doing, he's trying to go around heaping up disciples unto himself. He's trying to create as many IUIC groups as possible so that he can what? It's going to bring some money. Them people are broke.
Money, huh?
Them people in Papua New Guinea ain't got no fucking money. If they do, it ain't coming to you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you just trying to start up a IUIC Papua New Guinea.
Get them numbers
Like,
up.
or IUIC Oceania. For what? For what is that doing? Did the Lord tell you to go there? The word can do all the work, bro. How do you think we got the truth, bro? Man, this brother been living out here for decades, bro.
Right, for 32
You know what I'm
years.
saying? And we out here, and the Lord gave us this word through the spirit of his word. Via the apostles, the prophets, bro.
Yep, that's what the scripture says when it means many are called, but few are chosen. Chosen by who? Yahweh Shem Shai. He does the choosing. We can't fly somewhere and put this truth on these heathen nations and they're going to automatically receive it. This Baruch 4 verse 3, give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Yeah, see, here it is. That's our honor. It's our honor to be the Israelites.
Yeah.
Y'all want to give it to other people just because they look like you. You want to get y'all. Just because somebody look so-called black. Oh, you the people. No, you're not. Those people are sons and daughters of Japheth, and you can tell. Look at their culture. Look at the shit they're going through. Like look at how they got things running. That ain't how Jake got it running like that. I mean, evil happens everywhere. But those people got a culture. They got a nationality. Them motherfuckers been growing up in the woods. In a fucking bush forever in the fucking day.
Real talk,
They got their own language. Esau didn't go over there and take their language from them, bro.
Esau
He
didn't
didn't
even fuck with
He
them.
didn't take their identity,
No.
right? Wherever that he did give them the term Papua New Guinea, because like they call East West Africa Guinea or Guinea. Guinea. That's a word that type up who came up with the term Papua New Guinea. Right? Just like the word Nigeria. It was a French woman that came up with that word, Niger. And the Britons gave that word Nigeria to that land. Nigerians won't call themselves Nigerians to a certain point. But now you got niggas walking around here with flags on, representing hard. I'm Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? That's just a title. What did it say?
It says the names Papua and New Guinea were given to the island that is now Papua New Guinea by Portuguese and Spanish navigators in the 16th century.
Edomites came up with that shit, bro. What would them people call themselves before Papua and New Guinea? They didn't even know the term Papua New Guinea. Those words that shit came from some Portuguese and Spanish people, man, which are Edomites. Portuguese-speaking Edomites, Spanish-speaking Edomites, man, that were on a conquest in the 1600s, bro. And then they just put these names up. The term Polynesia is a made-up term, bro. That's poly meaning many, and I forget what Nesia means, or Asia, Nesia. But poly is many. I think Nesia might be islands, many islands or something like that. Polynesia. But I know the word
island.
Yeah, islands. The Wadi Habashu outside. I didn't even know that, bro. The Spirit just had me say it. Like, that ain't something I studied.
Yes, Nisia comes from the Greek meaning islands.
Yeah, so many islands. So Esau came over here on them boats, and they kept running in the island at the island. Oh, shit. But it was people on here. There was already people doing all kinds of shit, bro. What you got,
I was looking up that meaning of Polynesia, like the brother said.
So that word Papua New Guinea, you had some more information on Papua New Guinea?
Is it Papa? P-A-P-A?
Papu. It's called Papua or Papua.
Yeah,
Papua.
So it says Papua is derived from the local term of uncertain origin.
Yeah, so that's probably something they said. And then a dude called it New Guinea because they was brown skinned.
It says, regarding the islands of New Guinea, the Portuguese captain and geographer Antonio Galvão wrote that the people of these islands were black and had their hair of frizzled, of whom the people of Maluku do call Papuas.
You see, so just because they have brown skin, he said black. Yeah, he said black, and that's crazy because you can tell these people are clearly brown skin, but anybody that look like us is deemed a black, right?
Yeah,
but that just like I said, just because they look like us don't mean they us, man. They not like us, bro. And you can tell in their spirit.
You can tell in their spirit.
You can tell in their spirit. You can tell that those are the sons and daughters of Japheth who were displaced over time. Like most people. All them people used to dwell in Europe, man. The Picts, those are people that wrote on themselves. That's these Hawaiians and Tongans and Samoans and shit, bro. I'm just saying, New Zealand people. Yeah. Hey, the New Zealand king just died, and his daughter, which she's just a queen by namesake, right? She's a queen by namesake, but it don't mean nothing because Esau got a link. Esau owns New Zealand. So, but these people still got their heritage, their culture. They drawing themselves and shit. Bitches got tattoos on their fucking chins and shit, on their eyes. They look all crazy. They be having their eyes all butt like, ooh, making all that crazy ass noise, haka haka, all that crazy shit. I was like, nigga, that ain't no Israelites. Those are heathens, bro. Savage, just cause you got
ugly ass.
Look, show the camera, bro. Those are heathens, bro.
Fucking savage.
Yeah, straight up, bro. Man eaters, bro.
There's a chick, I forgot her name, but she has an Instagram page, and she's over there in New Zealand somewhere, and this bitch on her fucking page literally taking crabs out the ocean and biting into that shit, thinking that shit's sexy. Bitch, that shit ain't turning no more nobody.
That's a heathen culture, man. Fuck out of here. Yeah, some people look crazy, bro. Yeah. She look alright though. She gonna be a handmaid.
They got some pretty ones.
Let me see. Yeah, she gonna be a handmaid. Let me see. Yeah, she gonna be a handmaid. Not this one right here. This motherfucker look like a goddamn.
Oh, shit,
look at that shit.
Yeah, you still gonna have to
monkey face nigga. You gotta go. You gotta get the fuck out of here, bro.
You still gonna have to teach them.
Yeah, you gotta go pick some fruit or something.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Looking like that.
Them motherfuckers don't even use forks and spoons.
Straight up in.
They use with their hands.
So again, I'm not saying that our people not over there because our people are scattered amongst them. Get Ezekiel 36 and 21. I'm sorry, 37, 21.
Nah.
What did it say?
This is Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 21. And say unto them, thus saith Yahweh thy power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land.
So you got Israelites, you do got Israelites amongst them people. But that don't mean that you're supposed to go down there and fly over there, because you don't know. Nate's not spiritually discerned. He don't really understand. You just doing that shit for shock value and for a PR sake, man. Just to say that you went over to Papua New Guinea, Oceania. Here it is, a nigga from New York City ain't never seen Oceania. He goes over there, and now you over here telling these people that they're Israelites. What tribe they belong to? Because they already got their tribe and culture right here. So who are these people, bro? You know what I'm saying? And just like, the whole world is oppressed. The whole world is mourning right now. because the wicked is in rulership. That's all it is. But just because their whole world is mourning, don't mean the whole world Israelites, bro. So like the brother had brought out in Baruch, where it says, give not that which is profitable or holy.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that, bro.
That was Baruch.
It was Baruch chapter 4.
Yeah, Baruch chapter 4 and verse 3. Salakia. Baruch chapter 4, verse 3. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
And that's the problem in the world, because when you truly understand the words and knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai, you realize that this word is really exclusive. It's so exclusive that even only the elect of Israel could get it and hold on to it and maintain it. Only the elect was given the gift of faith. Not every Israelite, right? But more importantly, the world is offended because the world has no part in this, right? Like Zerubbabel and Joshua told them heathens, hey, you don't have nothing to do with this. You don't have anything to do to build the temple of our power. Because they said that, look, we do worship the same God. We worship your God. Ever since the king of Assyria brought us to this land, we do worship the same God. And Zerubbabel said, you ain't got nothing to do with us to build. And then what they do? They end up making it harder for the sons of Judah to build the temple. They made it harder. Why? Because they were offended. And that's what these Christians are doing today. That's what these heathen nations are doing today. Right? They're trying to hinder us building the temple, but you're going to hinder the temple because we are the temple. You're not going to hinder this building because this building is set by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And now the truth is coming out. So again, when you read the scriptures from beginning to end, in the middle, when you read it from back to forth, in the middle, when you read the scriptures, you understand that, look, man, this is being spoken to a particular people. There's no such thing as a spiritual Israelite who are heathen, but you're a spiritual Israelite. No, it don't work that way. You got to be an Israelite from the flesh and the spirit, bro. And that's why, because we have so much confusion down here, there's a scripture in Matthew where it says the Lord's going to send his angels and they're going to separate the sheep from the goat. They're going, and you got 2/3 of our people that are in a goat mindset. So they're going to be separated from the sheep. The sheep are the holy elect of Israel. But then you also too the goats of these other nations, right? This ain't a universal word. This ain't an all-inclusive trip. This ain't an all-inclusive word. This word is exclusive, and exclusively only for the children of Israel. Good.
This is Amos 3 and verse 1. It says, hear this word that Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, only you have I known of all the families of the earth. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. That's right, man. So again, the Heavenly Father only presented himself to who? To the Israelites, man. You know, and he gave them what? The promises, the covenants, all those things were for one nation, not for the whole entire, you know, all these other nations. I was going to say entire humanity. But
Yeah, because the Lord ain't dealing with humanity.
Yeah.
The Lord ain't dealing with humanity. The Lord, Yahweh Shai, don't care about humanity.
That's right.
Right? You know, that's not his priority. He said, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for your iniquities. And that's why we're being punished. You look at these other nations, they're not being punished for their iniquities. And the shit that they're doing is sin and iniquity, but they're not under the law because they don't know the law. The law wasn't given to them. That's why it hurts us. We can't eat fucking shrimp, crab, and lobster and live. We end up getting sick and dying. But a fucking Moabite can eat a whole fucking octopus live, bro, and still remain skinny and thin and trim. You like, what the fuck? This bitch just ate a whole fuck. I saw that shit recently this week. This bitch, she took a little baby octopus, put it on chopsticks and went like this and sucked it off the thing and ate it live, bro. Ate it fucking live. Like, you like, what the fuck? It's like, this bitch is a fucking garbage compactor, bro. eating nothing but abominations. But why is she eating abominations and living? Because she's not an Israelite. Jake tried that shit. I was listening to the elder priest Sabar from the main camp had spoke about this. Jake tried to eat a fucking he tried to eat a octopus, and the suction cups stuck to his mouth, and it kept stabbing him or something, and he ended up dying. He ended up fucking dying, bro. Cause nigga, you ain't supposed to be eating that shit. But in this world, we take the smallest things. I mean, we take the greatest wickedness and make it like it's nothing, like it's the smallest thing, right? You look at another man's woman and you desire her, or you take another man's woman. In this world, it's like nothing. Oh, it's whatever. I saw that shit today. This bitch, it's supposed to be a skit, but this chick, she was with her new man, but her baby daddy was at the family function, and her baby daddy walking at the family function and shit. Every time the dude leave, he come by rubbing her ass and shit. What? You know, still talking to her in her ear and shit. And like, it's cool, like, my nigga, like, that shit is wicked. Y'all take the worst things and make light of it. You make light of the worst. So like, that's the thing. Like, even though we know we can't keep the laws and the commandments fully 100%, that don't mean that you're not supposed to exercise it, bro. And in this world, we're taught that you could just be lawless when it comes to spirituality. Just be lawless, spiritually lawless. Why? Because Esau teaches us that in this world. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the other day I was sleeping and I woke up, my woman was watching some fucking soap opera from Netflix, like some Spanish shit. Bro, I was watching like maybe like 10, 15 minutes of it just to see what it was. Nothing but adultery, bro. It was like, some dudes had made like a deal with the Americans or whatever. They were like down in Mexico and shit. Mm-hmm. And then the dudes had made like a plan to do like construction. I don't know what the thing was, but long story short, one of them committed a crime, and the other dude was a lawyer. Mm-hmm. So then the deal was gonna get cut off because the other guy was in jail. So then the other dude was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go defend him because he's my business partner and a friend." So then the lawyer's woman was like, "Oh, how you gonna defend that guy if he's a murderer and whatever?" And and then the dude was like, "Look, if I don't fucking do this shit, our lives are ruined. Like, I'm gonna ruin my business. They're gonna counter sue me, and we're gonna be ruined or whatever." And then the bitch was like, "Oh, you don't care about your wife's feelings or whatever." And then the bitch went and slept with some dude that the guy knew. I was like, what? This bitch just committed adultery because she was mad that the guy's defending some. I mean, it was wicked because the dude was defending a wicked dude too. But you got me. It doesn't. Wickedness on top of wickedness doesn't add up to righteousness, man. It doesn't cancel wickedness out. It just creates more wickedness, man. And Esau, that's what he teaches our people, man, to be wicked. And like we were going into, Jake, even if they learn that they're Israelites, that they're the chosen people, what do they want? They want something here, man. And this is why groups like IUIC and ISUPK and Guerrilla Hebrew, Sakari, they're so prevalent because they're offering something here in this world, man. Mm-hmm. And that's not what the Lord told us to come and do. He told us to come and be as sheep amongst wolves, meaning that we gotta just go through wherever paths that Yahweh Hashem Shah has prepared for us, which is again a path of punishment, of building our spirit up to prepare ourselves for our kingdom, man. That's gonna come once this kingdom is done away with. But Jake doesn't understand it because they want things now, man. They want instant gratification. I had this other one in the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 2. It says, "I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of the secret places, that thou mayest know that I, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, which call thee by thy name, am the power of Israel." You see, so again, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai chose one nation of people, man, and that's who he's calling. We're not calling unto these other nations. We ain't supposed to go to these other nations and just give like we were talking about this truth being a precious thing, we ain't supposed to be giving it to everybody, man.
Yeah.
You know, we put it out here in the unicorn, and whoever spirit is touched by the Ruach HaKodesh, hey, they're eventually gonna come in some way somehow.
Yeah, and it ain't of our will, it's of the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot come to me except the Father bring you, man.
Yeah, and
See?
that's it. And that's how that works. It's to the point where like it's not even for all our own people, bro. You don't see us going to work or sitting down talking to people like you're an Israelite, you're an Israelite. We all tried that.
Tried that.
And what happened? It always fell. It ain't never been a time where Jake actually just woke up like listen. Like oh shit, it happens, but not to us. It ain't happen. I know it ain't happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because not all Jake are fit for it.
Not all Israel
the scriptures,
is Israel.
that's right. The scripture says, teach those that will be able to comprehend and keep these secrets, man. A lot of people can't keep it. They lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't comprehend.
Yeah, they can't comprehend it, meaning they can't understand it.
It ain't for them.
People be reading the scripture. Yeah, that's right. People be reading the scriptures. People read the scriptures. They read the scriptures, but they don't understand what they're reading.
Yeah.
You know, they read the scriptures, but they can't really go into detail and say, hey, what does that mean? How does that fit for what's going on today? And what is happening today that's resembling of this here? And we ain't saying that like, oh, we didn't do this of our own self. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai called us into this thing. Lord chosen us into this thing to be able to disseminate His word unto His elect. Okay, so again, that's how this thing is. This word is extremely precious, man. But these nations, they don't want us to be. They don't want us to be this. You know, they don't want us to be in this truth. They don't want us to be awakened. They want us to be sleeping. They want us to be stuck and stagnant. What you got, bro?
This is the book of St. John 15 and 16. It says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, He may give it you."
That's right. That's right. So the Lord called us in this day to do what? To bring fruit that's meet for repentance. You know, and that fruit is going to remain. To do these profitable works. All of this is our fruit. All of this is our labor. And Lord, when we endure to the end, it's going to remain. Even if we pass in this life, guess what? That work is going to remain. The Lord said, yeah, I still see what you did. They enter into the kingdom first. You know what I'm saying? Coming back with Yahweh Shai. You know? Brand new bodies. Immortal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Spiritual powers. See, like, that's the thing. Like, Jake don't see themselves as that. Gods. See, Esau can show himself and illustrate himself all he want as a god, and nobody questions it. You know, he do this shit with green screens and string. You know what I'm saying? But nobody questions it. This motherfucker, Esau, can run 1,000 miles through a brick wall, and oh man, that's plausible. We could be like that. We could technologically, we can advance ourselves to do that. But when you put a Jake in that role, everybody gets offended. They call it wokeism, or woke movies and shit, hating, because they don't see you more than what you are. The world sees us as nothing but an oppressed people, slaves, niggas, entertainment. You're just entertainment. Hey, when that Wakanda movie came out, or Black Panther came out, Esau got offended. Jake was all crazed up, going to the fucking movie in kente cloth and, you know, Wakanda forever, acting crazy and shit. But what was Esau doing? Hating. Nothing but online visceral hate.
Yeah.
Because you had a movie that was predominantly so-called black, but they had to put the white man in there just to let you know that Esau is there, right? So they put a movie where so-called black people got spiritual powers. They sovereign. They live in with highly technologically advanced nation. You know what I'm saying? But even when you look at Wakanda, it still look fucking poor. Like all that.
It still look like a futuristic ghetto.
Yeah, like a futuristic ghetto. That's all that shit look. Yeah.
I was like, what
Yeah,
the
here it
fuck?
is, a king, whatever, and T'Challa. This nigga running around calling himself Black Panther with all kind of vibranium and shit. You would think that niggas got vibranium houses and all that shit. But no, y'all niggas, they got you living in Africa. Once again, they had you living in Africa because the only place so-called black people on this earth could live is Africa. Africa, Africa, Africa. And that's all bullshit. We dwell all in the Middle East. Our forefather Abraham came from Ur the Chaldees, nigga. That's in fucking Mesopotamia. What you call Iraq today, bro? The fuck? He ain't know nothing about no fucking Africa. I ain't know. My nigga from Boys of the Hood. I ain't from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. You know what I'm saying? That little nigga said. And it was crazy because when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, you're right. Ain't no fucking African. Because you live in America your whole life. I don't know shit about Africa. But why you keep pushing Africa on you?
I was watching, before you came and scooped me up, I was watching, and I had never seen this before. Those police episodes where they show people getting pulled over. Mm-hmm. They pulled over these two jigs. One was a female and one was a dude. And they talking about they tribal. This nigga is Jake as me as we are. Braids in his hair and everything. The police pulled him over. He talking about I don't have to show my driver's license and registration because I'm tribal. I said, nigga, and they eventually arrested his ass. Pulled the nigga out the car, threw him on the ground, just like they did Rodney King. They Rodney King that nigga.
Yeah, because all that fucking all that sovereign shit.
Yeah, this nigga born in Georgia.
Yeah,
talking about he's sovereign.
Yeah, nigga ain't never. He probably couldn't spell sovereign. Nigga can't spell sovereign, bro. But he learned some shit, and then all of a sudden, he don't got it. The rules don't apply to him.
They ran that nigga record. That nigga record as long as this sample. They got all kind of felonies.
Yeah, talking about he's sovereign.
He's sovereign.
And that's just wickedness.
That's just wickedness.
Because again, they don't want you to be sovereign down here. We all belong to the state down here. We in bonds right now.
Yeah, we're in slavery.
Our bonds are basically paperwork.
Yeah.
They got paperwork on all of us. They got insurance policies on all of us. They got social security numbers on all of us to identify those policies. They got us hook, line, and sinker in this way through taxes, through citizenship. That's why you can't just get up and go to Peru with no paperwork. You show up in Peru with no passport, bro. You're going to be stuck in that airport. You ain't going to see no Peruvian hoes. You're going to be stuck right over here. And then you got to go back to where you came from.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's captivity, bro. You ain't free. Again, these people, in our kingdom, we're going to be completely sovereign. We're going to be able to leave and go as we please, man.
Real rules.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to be able to travel with no restrictions, bro.
Yeah,
the only people that's going to be restricted are you heathens, man. You ain't going to be able to go do what we can do. But guess what? We're going to have complete control. Just like these Edomites, they travel this world unrestricted. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the female, they arrested her too. She pulling out some bogus paperwork, talking about she's sovereign. Nah, she was using the term she tribal. I'm tribal.
Yeah, tribal.
Bitch, straight from Alabama.
Yeah, you tribal, all right, bitch.
And they arrested her too, put the cuffs on and put her in the back of the car.
Put on these tribal cuffs we just made up.
And told her shit.
Hey, you tribal your ass, you could be a tribal right in this fucking prison cell, nigga. Because as long as we in this world, we're going to be in captivity.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jake has, they accepted the low level identity that Esau and the heathens have given you, man. You don't want to accept that you are the rulers of the creation of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's the purpose that the Lord created the nation of Israel was for what? To rule the earth in righteousness and bring glory to the Heavenly Father, man. But you don't.
They tribal sovereign.
Yeah, Jake doesn't want to take on that title, man. Why? Because like we were going into, it comes with responsibility, man, and you gotta change your whole mindset, man. Change all that wicked, mentality that you have.
Niggas.
You gotta, do away with all that stuff. And Jake doesn't want to, man.
Yeah.
That's why they want to, they want to mingle the truth with the world. Like that shit don't mix, man.
And that's what the world wants. That's what these nations want. These nations want you to be in a constant state of confusion and wickedness.
That's right.
That's why wickedness is at a wholesale in this world. You can't make it in this world unless you're extremely wicked. You're not gonna be comfortable in this world unless you're wicked. And when Jake do it, they realize that they're not comfortable even with all that material gain. They worse off than they were.
Yeah.
They worse off than they were when they was in the ghetto. Because you give all the money to a man, and he buys everything in the world. What else do you need? Now you always gonna want something, because Esau teach you to constantly want more and more and more, to never be satisfied, to never be content.
That's
right. To
See?
be covetous.
And that's why you got to keep getting fucked over and over again.
I had Romans 3 and verse 1. It says, "What advantage then hath the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way, chiefly because unto them were committed the oracles of the Most High."
Yeah, it is. So, like Jake, they don't see the advantage of being an Israelite, but there's a great advantage of being an Israelite. The one advantage is that we have the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We have His word. That's something that's not given to the world. But see, that don't prosper a nigga. Jake, you want something right now. I gotta have it now. You find out you in the truth. You think you about to get out of here tomorrow. That ain't how this works, bro. Or you find out you're an Israelite. You think that I could just go around and oppress everybody because I'm an Israelite, man. Fuck me. We came. We da 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 da. And you don't understand the situation that you're in. And in fact, knowing that you're an Israelite makes you marked for all kinds of destruction in this world.
That's right. In the NLT it says, then what's the advantage of being a Jew? Is there any value in the ceremony of circumcision? Yes, there are great benefits. First of all, the Jews were entrusted with the whole revelation of the Most High.
Yeah, so that's a whole understanding, right? It started, obviously, at that time, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi were the ones living in Israel. So we still had our customs, we had the commandments, we had our customs, we had the temple, right? We still had somewhat of autonomy, you know? So it was like the true understanding, the revelation, the prophecies, right? We were given that, okay?
Yeah.
But Jake don't see the advantage in that, right? Jake don't see it.
Yeah.
And the world wants you to not see it. They want you to be blind. These nations, they want you to be simple. Give me Jeremiah 33 and 24.
This is Jeremiah chapter 33 and verse 24.
KJV verse in that too.
Considerest thou not what this people have spoken, saying, the two families which the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hath chosen, He hath even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them.
And that's what they say. When they look at us, they look like, look, the Lord got rid of them. Look at them now. Look how fucked up they are. Look how destroyed they are. Their own God don't want them. So we ain't got to worry about these people. We ain't got to respect these people. He cast them off. Read that question again, bro.
Jeremiah 33:24. Considerest thou not what this people have spoken, saying, the two families which the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hath chosen, He has even cast them off.
Yeah, so here it is. The Lord has a chosen people, but to the nations, he cast them off, right? And then y'all, the nations start with the super elite. They want to keep us casted away, so that's why they keep us in a constant state of iniquity and sin.
Yeah.
See, what's sin and iniquity to us is just normalcy to them. It's acceptable to them. It's acceptable to their gods. It's acceptable to their people. But to the Most High, those things are not acceptable, right? And just because you can still live on this earth after committing wickedness don't mean that the Lord is dealing with it. Right. Though a sinner live 100 years, it's not going to be well with the wicked. What do you say in the NLT?
NLT, have you noticed what people are saying? The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua chose Judah and Israel and then abandoned them.
You see that? But we got plenty of scriptures where the Lord said He didn't forget us. He said He engraved us on His hand. Can a mother forget her suckling child? Yeah. He said they may forget, but I will not forget.
Right.
Right? And but these nations, they say the Lord, He chose Judah. Judah is the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And then you got Israel, which is the northern kingdom, Ephraim on down to Issachar. Right? He just cast us away. He abandoned us. That's what they say. And so what do they do? And what do they do to us, thinking that the Lord abandoned us? Zechariah 1 and 15. What do they do to us? Right? Do they take that as an opportunity to get us to turn towards our God and our power? Do they take it as an opportunity to let us know about our culture and our history? No. They take advantage of it. Go ahead.
Zechariah 1 and 15, It says, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
You see, they help forward our affliction. They make it worse.
Yeah.
Right? They don't even let up. Lamentations 2:15. They don't let up. They just keep going on. They just keep destroying us, man. Right? They say, you know what? We're gonna take it further. We're gonna separate them. We're gonna put them in ghettos. We're gonna feed them hip hop. We're gonna feed them abominable foods.
Yeah.
We're gonna put our people over them. We're gonna take the sellouts to their own people and give them a false sense of hope and security. We're gonna oppress them. We're gonna make our laws and our system extremely penalty like for their people. So if they get poured into our system, we're gonna demonize them. Yeah, that little Edomite devil shot up that fucking school early this week and shit, and they making excuses for this dude. The first thing they did was they showed an old picture of this little nigga in school, right? They didn't show his mugshot first and foremost. If that was Jake, the mugshot would have been on every front news page, bro. If that was Jake that would have shot up a school, you know what I mean? They would have brought his grandmama in prison. His grandma would have got locked the fuck up. Grandma, mommy, daddy, all them people, sister, Tay, all of them.
Yeah.
That's how they do things, man.
Mm-hmm.
But here it is, they make all these mitigated circumstances. Oh, the little Edomite was bullied because he was gay. He was bullied, so he was gay. So you making up all these excuses? No, man, that nigga killed 4 people for no fucking reason, bro. I mean, they got judged, but it don't matter. That little nigga, he did that shit because he had access to weapons, and Esau get offended, he's allowed to get retribution. Right? He's allowed to get retribution. I felt sorry for his dad, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, that little nigga, he's guilty for that crime by himself, bro. Yeah. The scripture says, the father shall not pay for the sins of the son, neither the son for the sins of the father. Roughly paraphrasing. But in this world, righteous judgment ain't going forth. If that was in our world, if that shit happened in our world, he would have been put to death that day. Yeah. That man would have been without a son that day. That's it. And case closed. Ain't nothing else to be said. You committed murder, bye, you out of here, bro. You gone. You ain't going to fucking prison for life without parole. This nigga 14 years old, and they threaten this little nigga with life without parole. You know what I'm saying? 14 years old. No, that's a grown man. According to the scriptures, once you hit 12 years old, that's you're responsible, bro. Right. See, they don't teach you that in this world. In this world, they teach you 12 years old, you still a child. You still a kid. You over here playing video games, playing fucking volleyball and soccer. You ain't been taught how to manage a household. You ain't taught how to clean up after yourself. You ain't taught how to manage a family.
They said when that motherfucker got interviewed by the police, I read this in the newspaper. He said, quote, I did it.
Yeah.
When the police asked him, did he do it? He said, I did it.
Yeah, he
owned that shit.
Yeah, he owned it because first of all, you got caught doing it, nigga. It ain't like you can't lie about some shit like that. Mm-hmm. But then why did he do it? Did he really do it because he was bullied in school? Nah. They said this little nigga had a thing for the Parkland shooter. And that nigga's in prison for life, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like get the fuck out of here, bro. Like y'all play games, man. Yeah. But like I said, if that was a Jake, it would have been over, bro. The earth would have moved, bro. And the justice system couldn't move fast enough to get rid of him, man. You know, but see, Jake don't be doing that shit. Jake killing each other like hot fries. They ain't shooting up no fucking school. Niggas ain't going to school, I got bullied, bang, bang, bang. Nah, you gonna fight. You gonna fucking fight, or you gonna stop going to school. One or the other. But niggas ain't shooting it up. But see, like, why isn't it that white kids don't get to stigmatize young white male children don't get the stigma of being a school shooter? All the school shootings that have happened, the majority of them were Edomites.
Yep, I did a lesson on that a while ago. The majority, I forgot the percentage, but the majority of school shootings here in America, just like you said, done by young, white, they call them kids.
Yeah, kids, young males.
Young males.
Young white males. So every time I see a little Edomite man, I should say, hey, get away from him. That's a school shooter right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No,
get away from that mass murder.
Step away from that's a mass murder right there. You fuck around, go in with that little nigga and come out dead. You know what I'm saying? Let me get away from him. You don't do that. Every time Esau do some shit, it's a one-off. Even when that nigga that tried to shoot the president, The nigga that tried to shoot the president. They ain't show that nigga body. They ain't show his head blown the fuck off his shoulders. They ain't show a old mugshot of this nigga. What they do? They went back and they showed you how this nigga was in a Black Rock commercial. They showed you how this nigga was in high school with a graduation and shit. They show him at his best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to our people, they oppress you, bro. They show you at your worst. Nigga done been far removed. Ain't committed a crime in 20, 30 years.
Ooh, check this out. I text what percentage of young white males are school shooters? White 81%.
Yes.
Black 26%, which we rarely ever hear of it. Latino 12%, Asian 10%, other 5%.
And those
White-
and those statistics are made up because
Yeah,
that
you
shit
know
should say 100%.
Hell yeah.
That shit should say, hey, you remember when that the DC sniper shit happened?
Oh yeah.
That shit set niggas back 3 generations, bro.
Yep.
Just, we was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Niggas? This nigga, what? This nigga was just out in the car shooting people through the trunk. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man?
Yep.
He fucked it up for all Jake, man. Now every Jake male that walk around on Earth, oh, you a potential DC sniper. Hey, niggas got mad when they found out it was a nigga. Like, what the fuck? It better not be a nigga. Oh shit. Damn. Yeah. Why? Esau don't feel that way. Yeah. Esau ain't say, hey, they showed the nigga, I think his name, Cope something. They showed a Jake first, the Jake he shot. They showed him first. It's like they didn't even think to say that it was a white dude. First of all, ain't no nigga named Cope. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's not a nigga name. If his name ain't DeQuavius or DeQuanatron, nah, there ain't no Jake. You ain't never ran into a white dude named DeQuavion, Dartavius, Dartavius Smith, and that's a white dude. Nah, it's usually a Jake. So when you hear the name Cope, oh, I already knew. That's an Edomite. Ain't no nigga that ain't do no shit like that. You know. Right. But I'm saying that this is how the nations do. They overly oppress us, man. They further our affliction. They make it worse. They make it hard. When it comes to housing, I did a lesson this week, and I was like, I think we all did it. We were talking about the civil rights.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember we did that? We did that.
Was Monday night.
Right. We did a lesson about civil rights and how it was a scam, and it kind of find out. It said that nothing improved for Jake after the civil rights era. Nothing really improved for black people after the civil rights era. They said that in the housing market, nothing has changed. So Jake's got shitty ass opportunities to own houses, right? When it comes to education, nothing changed. When it comes to economics, nothing changed. Nothing changed for our people, man. Except you got a so-called a right to vote. Outside of that, you still being oppressed. You see? That's called furthering our affliction.
Mm-hmm. That's right. To this day.
And Esau wants to continue that via his new world order. Now he's gonna put all nations into that category of a chattel slave. Nahum 1:9. See?
Yes.
It's the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, "Or what do ye imagine against Yahweh by Shem Yahushai? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time."
And that's what Esau trying to do. He's trying to make affliction rise up a second time. Now he want to make it a digital slavery. He told us, who the fuck is an Edomite to tell us that we'll own nothing and be happy? Who are you? How can you, what kind of balls are on you to think that? You think you're a God. Because the Lord didn't create this world for us to be happy and have nothing.
Yep.
He created all things for us and to be happy in righteousness.
That's right.
Right? He created land for man to own and till and land and live upon. He created food of the trees, fruits of the trees for man to be sustained. Animals of the field, animals of the field for man to be sustained. He created gold and silver for man to use for their purposes. He created water. Last week, the brother had brought out when we was doing camp the things that are good for men. Salt, what is it? He said salt, water,
Raymond.
Iron. What's that?
I think iron was one of them.
Iron and fruits of the grape.
Wine.
Yeah, wine. Fruits of the grape. You know what I'm saying? But we got to pay for all of these things. Here it is. The Lord made this stuff for free, bruh. We've been taught our whole life that the world is overpopulated. But why isn't all the land in the world overpopulated? You got people living in densely populated cities with little to no resources. You know, the brother Elder Yarah from Chicago was telling me about how them Venezuelans over there in Chicago catching hell, bro. They gave them a little check, and then them check ran out, and they ain't got shit else, man. They reduced to begging. They reduced to panhandling and robbing and stealing. You know what I'm saying? You got Jake out here living bad, bro. You know, and this supposed to be the richest country in the world. Hey, type in what's the richest country in the world, brother. The wealthiest country in the world. Okay? And you go to Oakland, that shit look like a third world country. Drugs, violence, filth, you know what I'm saying? Poverty.
Yep, all that. Richest countries in the world, 2024, Global Finance Magazine. It says, scrolling, Slovakia.
What you got, Ken?
Luxembourg is the wealthiest country with a GDP per capita of $143,742.
Yep,
According to the
Switzerland,
IMF.
Singapore. Where's Luxembourg?
Germany.
Oh, that's Germany? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, but that's like, I'm assuming the ones that, you know, make
Listen, type in the most economically powerful country in the world. The most economically powerful country in the world.
Yeah, United States.
There it is. That's it.
Oh.
You ain't need nothing else. You ain't need nothing else. The most economically powerful country in the world is America. Babylon the Great.
Still.
And you would think that this place, you would think that the average person would think, not the super elite don't think this way. The average person thinks that this place is the place to be. And that's why so many people want to come over here. Not realizing they're coming over here, they're being led by their lust for riches and wealth, but in reality, they're being led over here for judgment. 2/3 of Israel, as well as the elect that's amongst those Venezuelans and people. You gotta come.
It says, which country has the strongest economy in the world? It says the United States upholds its status as the major global economy and richest country, steadfastly preserving its pinnacle position from 1960 to 2023. Its economy boasts remarkable diversity, propelled by the important sectors including services, manufacturing, finances, and technology. And that's all what Revelation, the 18th chapter, speaks about, man.
Is your car turned on?
Oh, no, it's on.
Okay.
Yeah, I turn on the AC that way.
Yeah, make sure you turn off.
Oh, yeah, it goes on like the
Oh, okay.
electric.
Yeah, I got
Pick it up, bro.
I was reading this precept that Elder Apostle Gabar brought out when he was breaking down Psalm 23 on how we're treated over here, how we live over here. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. I'll start at verse 65. Deuteronomy 28:65, Good News Translation. You will find no peace anywhere, no place to call your own.
And that's what it is. In this world, we don't have no peace nowhere.
Yeah.
Us brothers live out here in Hawaii in the Pacific. The average Jake would think that we good. We straight into him or her. To him and her, we might be. But we catching hell just as much over here as we would if we was in a major city.
Yeah.
Okay?
There's more. It says the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, will overwhelm you with anxiety, hopelessness, and despair.
And that's what you see Jake in.
Yep.
That's why when we came into this truth, we gained hope. We're not in the sense of spiritual disparity. But this is part of the curses. We did it again.
Deuteronomy 28:65, Good News Translation. You will find no peace anywhere, no place to call your own. The Lord will overwhelm you with anxiety, hopelessness, and despair.
Yep, and that's what you see Jake in. They overwhelmed with anxiety, hopelessness, and despair.
Yeah.
And they didn't find no peace in this world.
No peace.
Hey, that nigga Meek Mill, the rapper, this nigga was somewhere, he was hiking. Just fucking hiking. Minding his business. And the Edomite came out of nowhere with a dog and asked him, what the hell are you doing here? He said, you're going the wrong way. You don't belong here. And the nigga Meek Mill, I will give it to him. he kept his cool. He didn't bug out. He didn't punch him in the face. He just said, man, you just go whatever. He ignored him, and he just went his way. There's an Edomite that don't own shit around here. He don't hold policy to nothing. But when he see an Israelite, he like doing what he does. It's a problem.
So, they exalt themselves over Jake, even when they themselves are nothing.
Yep.
Yep, there's more.
And that's anxiety. And that's, I'm sorry. You got it, brother.
Yeah, verse 66 says, your life will always be in danger.
Yep, and his life was in danger because that Edomite could have pulled out on him, bro.
Yeah.
If he didn't have his camera on, he could have pulled out on him. He could have lied and said Jake had a gun on him, and he would have been dead. Read that again, bro.
Deuteronomy 28:66, Good News Translation. Your life will always be in danger, day and night.
And that's what you see. That's why, remember we were talking about this place being a valley of the shadow of death.
Psalm 23.
Yeah, the brother had told us about last week what happened out here. Fucking, some motherfucker went off and killed 4 people.
Right up there in Wyandotte.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit that's big for us because we live on an island.
Oh,
Right? So it's like 4 people just get put to death like that. And this is the valley of the shadow of death.
yeah. They party in 1 minute and ducking bullets the
yes.
next.
And that's
Literally.
Jake live like that in constant.
Yeah.
Jake live in a constant state of that every day.
That's what it says. Your life will always be in danger. Day and night you will be filled with terror, and you will live in constant fear of death.
And that's what you see.
That's what you see.
Because in the ancient world, we didn't have a fear of death.
No,
You know, in the
not at
ancient
all.
world, we understood death. Even now, we in the truth, we understand death. But hey, you can go outside, and bro, you gotta. We all thought prayer before we leave that house, bro. We get in them cars, man. We thought the prayer.
Yeah, I do, like you said, I anoint myself
Yeah.
every time before I step out the
Yeah,
door.
you got to because
Sometimes twice a day.
you know why? Because there's no assurity here.
That's
brother.
right.
And that's why
right.
we're seeking. The scripture in Hebrews says, "For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come." Because in our world, we're gonna have a surety of life, bro.
Shit,
But
look at
here-
all these South American and like all these immigrants that are coming up to Babylon, man. They think that they're escaping the bad situation in their country, and they come here and now they homeless, man, begging for money. They pretty much, some of them, it's to the point where it's like you're like, damn, these motherfuckers is making Jake look bad, but
Yep.
some of them is like the only option they got, bro. Like they don't speak no fucking English. Like he's like,
Yeah,
damn,
they
like
got a language barrier. They got no paperwork to get jobs.
right.
They can't even. Their paperwork ain't even come in yet, so they don't have nowhere stable to live. So they're basically worse off than what they were when they were in the other countries.
Exactly.
But here, but here they're hoping that one day they'll get an opportunity.
Yeah.
See, at least here they give you the mirage of hope, even if it ain't assured. They give you a fake understanding of it. But when
Fake
you in
sense of hope,
the fake sense of hope, the water, brother. But when you in Venezuela, you already know it's fucked up down there, bro. It ain't no hope out of here, bro. It's completely corrupt.
We had a guy came from Brazil, come to work at my job, and his English wasn't good. I was told English was like his 4th language. And I was like, 4th language? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, a lot of people have polyglotts, man.
Bro, he was there. He worked at our site for about maybe 2 months. But man, he was hanging on a string from day one. Couldn't speak English, couldn't understand English, and just bad attitude all the time. And eventually they got rid of him.
I met a Issacharite, and I was talking to him, and he was like telling me his story and shit, and I saw him, like I hadn't seen him for a while, then I saw him again not too long ago, and I'm like, yo, so what's up? How's your status going over there? And he's like, oh man, I've been trying, I was dating this like 70, almost 70, like he said she was like 60 something year old. Now he's a young fucking Issacharite, bro. And he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get some status here in the US and shit, because Mexico's fucked up. And I'm like, damn, bro, like the curses are following Jake everywhere they go, no matter what you do, man.
Jake gotta do whatever it takes in order to get that paperwork, in order to live, man. Because he don't have no continuing city. If you think everything was all good in Mexico, there'd be very few people from Mexico coming over here.
There's people from New Zealand that came over here. I saw a news report. A lot of them trying to get back to where they came from. You know what I'm saying?
You see?
Trying to
And
get
that's in the
back.
scriptures too, man.
And having a hard time getting back.
They see like things ain't what it's cracked up to be, man. You was better off staying in fucking the third world.
That's right.
At least you
Take
can
them
speak
over
the
here.
language and shit.
And you got a culture where people thrive. You know, people exist. People used to getting paid every 2 weeks over here. Over there, them old countries
Once
over
a
there,
month.
you get paid like once a month, maybe, and you got to make
Maybe.
that stretch. I don't know how you do a 30-day period, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's off of
You have an
$200.
emergency or some shit,
Yeah,
and they're like,
$250 a month, bro. You over here, you in all kinds of debt and fucked up. Man. But Esau, he get in the debt and it's nothing to him.
This is world. Job 9:24.
Who had a precept?
Psalms 83 and verse 1.
Yeah, because it's our enemies, bro. These people are our enemies, and they make life hard for us here. Bro.
Right.
And the world wasn't created for their sake. And then you see that if they had this opportunity to rule over us in perpetuity, we'd be done. No flesh be saved.
Yeah.
Psalms 83 and verse 1, it says, "Keep not thou silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies making tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head."
And that's the nations. The nations make a great noise, and they hate those that hate the Lord. They lift up their head and what? Pride.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's these different nations, bro. So again, how can we be joined with people that hate the Lord? How can even King David said, do I not hate those that hate thee? I hate them with a perfect hatred, bro.
That's how we feel.
Right.
You know.
It says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in
And
remembrance."
that's exactly what they do. That's why they keep us separated. They call you a Venezuelan. They call you a Jamaican, Black American. They use language. They use culture to separate you. They use conflict and friction to keep you separated. They're at odds with one another. They don't want you to be a whole nation. That's why they keep talking about the Jewish people. Whenever they talk about what Moses did, Yahweh Bashim Shai taking us through the Red Sea, they say Moses took the Jewish people through the Red Sea. No, he didn't. Jewish people didn't walk through that. The Israelites walked through that. 12 tribes.
Right.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, "For they have consulted together with one consent."
So these people, they are at a high level. They talk. They get in them high level meetings, and they speak about how to overthrow us. Go ahead.
Or they are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom.
Yep. So Edom is the first one on the hit list. Number one. The number one enemy to the Israelite is the Edomite. Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites.
The Edomites is the so-called white man. The Ishmaelites is the so-called Arabs,
Of Moab,
so-called Chinese,
and the Hagarenes,
which is another Edomite tribe out of Edom. Go ahead.
Gibel,
Gabal.
or Gabal, and Ammon.
Ammon is the so-called Japanese. Gabal is another Edomite people too, I believe. It might be. I'm sorry. Gabal is an Ishmaelite nation. People out of Ishmael, and then Ammon is the so-called Japanese. Go ahead.
And Amalek,
And Amalek is so-called Jew today. Go ahead.
the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
So the Hamites. Go ahead.
Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot.
And that's what they have done. That's what that's a short list of our enemies. In reality, all of these nations are our enemies. Can you go to First Maccabees 2 and 14? It might be. I'm sorry, 2 and 10.
That's right. Even I think you asked the brother for in Lamentation, or this is the day that we look for.
Yeah.
Lamentation.
2 and 14.
2 and 10.
2 and 10. First Maccabees chapter 2 verse 10. What nation hath not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?
So all these nations, have spoiled us at a time period in this world. All these nations have spoiled us, has overtaken us, overthrown us.
Yeah.
And if they had another chance again, they'd do the same thing over and over again. They would constantly do it.
Yeah, when we say spoiled, don't get it twisted. We don't mean they spoiled us as you spoil your child.
In a good way.
In a
There's
good way.
negative
It's a terrible way.
Yeah. And even when you spoil your child, it's a terrible thing.
It's terrible.
That's a terrible outcome.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's right. Because like you mentioned earlier, these nations get rich of selling wickedness to Jake, man. And Jake, they just love it. You know, Esau will make, you know, terrible, destructive music, and Jake will eat it up, and that's, you know, all they live by. The same thing with, you know, drugs, sports, and not necessarily it has to be you know, destructive physically, but spiritually, man. You know, that's the one that's hurting Jake the most, man. That's why Esau, you know, pretty much well, to an extent, did away with chattel slavery, because he knew it was gonna be hard to keep, you know, Jake under force, and he changed it to the mind, man, and that's where he got Jake in a trap with all these, you know, spiritual avenues to wickedness.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead,
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. And that's Jake.
Yeah, it shows you that real quick. I'm just looking at this thing. It says that movie Deliverance. It says new Netflix 11/10 horror based on a true story. You saw actors hospitalized and dog dies on set. They were conjuring up them demons, man.
Yeah, they didn't even know it.
They didn't even know it. Well, they probably knew it, but the actors didn't know it. You know what I'm saying?
And even when
is the movie brother talking about?
Yeah, the brother.
even when they know it, they don't take it seriously.
Nah, they play with them. They play with wickedness on their
they
side
play
like it's
with
cool.
wickedness, yeah.
Because this place is all about witchcraft.
All about yeah.
And they had you thinking that the left hand side is stronger than the right hand side. So they never talk about the righteousness of Yahweh Shem Shai because they don't know it.
And I spoke on this a little bit in my GMS Hawaii Walk and Talk. I think it was today or yesterday or the day before. When you're trying to rebuke a demon, you calling on Jesus, you just add fire to the fuel.
Yeah, yes, because that's another demon. Jesus is another extra demon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So here it is. You thought Jesus Christ was going to save you, deliver you from that. Nah, man.
And that's what they was doing in that movie.
Yeah.
The
You gonna make
prophet.
me watch that bullshit. I don't even want to watch it, man.
The apostle was a woman.
Yeah,
And she
going
was,
off.
She was supposedly rebuking the demon, calling on Jesus.
Yeah.
And the demon lift that bitch up in a movie, lift that bitch up in body.
Yeah, good.
right.
Because hey, get that precept where it says, Paul we know, Yahweh Shai we know, Paul we know, but who are thee? Because you got people out here that try to play prophet, bro. Listen, man. You got to be skilled, man. He's gonna get it, and then you get the precept where it says, "This demon goes not out without what fasting and prayer."
Go ahead, that was Acts 19, 15, 17.
Which one?
Paul we know.
Yeah, he got it.
Oh, he got it?
Yeah,
Which one
get that precept where it says, "This demon goes out by
fasting and prayer.
yeah."
Yeah.
Because, you know, ultimately you have to know the true power to be able
That's
to
right.
withstand and overcome these demons, man.
gotta
But you
know.
calling on these fucking idols, you're just adding more
Calling on another
demons,
demon
man.
to get rid of a
Yeah,
demon.
Yeah.
another demon to kick out another demon. And that Jesus demon just as strong as that motherfucker, that filthy demon that you're dealing with.
Right.
Yeah.
You think that and those demons don't fuck with us, man, because they know us in the spirit. They know that we are the men of the Lord. They know that we know Yahweh by Shema Shai, bro. But see, y'all playing games. Man, I don't know if you remember when we was kids, they had a game called Ouija board, man.
They still have that shit.
Yeah, that shit is wicked, bro.
Hell yeah.
Teaching these kids to call up demons, man.
Yeah.
And now you get put to death.
Playing with the motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I
my
told-
sister used to be
yeah.
playing with that shit, bro. And
shit
they
ain't
would always
fucking
say like,
fucking
oh yeah, like we hear ghosts, and we always my whole life I would always hear my sisters like, yeah, there's shit on the house, like there's evil spirits and shit.
Yeah.
And I would sleep in the
real,
rooms
man.
and shit, and nothing. I would never hear nothing, bro.
The Wadi Yahweh
The Wadi Yahweh Shai. Come to find out, like last year they were like in a bonfire and they were like confessing that they were playing with the Ouija board and shit. And I told them, I'm like, yo, all those evil spirits and shit, that's what fucking with that shit. You
And they
don't fuck
follow
with
them.
that shit.
Those spirits follow them.
Follow them, yeah.
They don't fuck with the brother because he's a man of the Lord. The spirit of the Lord is amongst his man.
That's right.
So they like, hey, let me step back for
And-
something
Yeah.
fucking happen to me.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
And I told them, and they all got it, like, they were just like, oh shit, like it got mad quiet. They were all saying stories about like, you know, so-called ghosts and all that shit. And then when they told me, I was like, oh, that's why all those spirits follow you, because you were fucking with that Ouija board. And They used to go to that divinity shit with the
Yep.
coffee, with the
Mhm.
ashes of the coffee or whatever.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh yeah, they definitely
Diviners of
following
spirits,
you.
Spirits of diviners, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You found it, bro?
Yeah, Matthew chapter 17, starting at verse 20.
Okay.
Okay.
Starting at verse 20. Well, I'll start at verse 20. And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief,
Start at 19.
start at 19 count. Then the disciples to Yahushua apart.
So,
Then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, why could we not cast him out? Speaking of that demon.
Mhm.
And Yahushua said unto them, verse 20, because of your unbelief.
because you gotta have faith.
Gotta
And
have faith.
that's why them people get attacked by them demons like that,
Yeah.
because they don't have no belief. They don't have no faith in Yahweh Shem
Yeah.
Motherfucker watching some shit on TV and you thought the exorcist was gonna really work for you in real life, and that shit failed you. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
with the power of Christ compelled you.
Yeah,
No,
they saying
nigga.
that dumb
And Christ
shit.
don't exist. You can't call on Jesus Christ and think that you're gonna get protected spiritually, but you just gonna get destroyed. Look what happened to Sonya Massey. She got shot in the face. Talking about she rebuked dude in the name of Jesus,
Name of
and
Jesus.
Satan popped that bitch in her head with a bullet. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. To send it to the spirit world.
Yep.
Keep reading, bro.
Verse 20, and Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief,
Mhm.
for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you.
So that's a key aspect in this thing.
Yeah.
You gotta have faith
You gotta have
in
faith.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh
That's
Shai.
right.
You gotta have faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And you can't just make faith up. It's a gift.
Yeah.
And that's gonna help you defend against these demons. Go ahead.
Verse 21, howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting.
Right. So you gotta add prayer and faith,
Fasting.
prayer and fasting.
Yeah.
In order to have the power to do that. See, Yahweh Shai, he was perfect in that. So all it took was the Lord using the faith of that man or that child to deliver that child in the name of his father Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? And them people in that movie, they didn't have that. Them people in them, they talking about some Jesus Christ, man. Ain't no fucking. That should let you know that the name Jesus Christ don't hold no weight in the spiritual world.
And a woman apostle.
Yeah, you definitely off, bitch.
Get out of here.
You were an apostle meaning to be sent forth. You were an apostle of Satan, bitch. You wasn't an apostle of Yahweh
Yeah.
Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
She got
So,
deleted from that move, from that scene.
Yeah.
She was deleted.
yeah. Oh, they killed her in the movie?
Yeah.
There it is.
That shit took about 10 feet off the ground.
Broke that bitch neck
the
and
body
back.
slammed her. And,
And,
when
and,
the-
and,
they
and
showed
them
that-
demons have the power to do it.
Yes.
Hey, they talk about that one Jake. He had so many legions on him. He was breaking chains, bruh. And we about to get it. This demon gonna whip the clothes off your ass.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
This the book of Acts 19 and verse 13 says, then certain of the vagabond Jews,
Traveling Jews. The word vagabond means traveling. Go ahead.
Jews exorcists took upon them
more
to,
exorcists. So these people were known for calling themselves exorcising demons out of people. Go ahead.
took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, saying,
Hold on. Read that portion in NLT.
A group of Jews was traveling from town to town, casting out evil spirits. They tried to use the name of the Lord Yahweh.
Ah, there it is, bro. They tried.
They
They
tried.
tried to use it, but see, the Lord wasn't working with them. You tried to use it. See, like even y'all remember that video where the one dude got yanked out of the car by the cops, and he was like, yeah, they beat the shit out this nigga, bro.
I remember the Jake that was calling on, Yahweh Shai, help me.
Yeah.
And they beat his dad. They dragged that nigga out the car.
That
with
was the same
fucking-
one.
The same one?
Same one.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
gold car. It was
Yeah,
gold,
yeah,
him
yeah.
and his bitch.
Yeah.
He had the fringes on.
Yeah, he calling on Yahweh.
He calling on the name of the Lord, and they ain't helping
They pound that
because the Lord didn't know them.
right.
Yeah.
We did it again.
It says, then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, saying, we adjure you by Yahweh Shai, whom Paul preaches. And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew, and a chief of the priests which did so.
Yep.
And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahweh Shai I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye?
There it is.
There it is.
So it says, Yahweh Shai I know, and Paul I know, but who are these? That show you that these spirits know Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And they tremble in fear. The scripture says that you believe there is a power, the devils believe also, yet they tremble, man. Hey, yo, can you imagine that kind of power making a demon tremble? Angels tremble in the sight of the Lord, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Knees be knocking and shit, teeth be chattering.
real.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
This the kind of power we dealing with, bro.
Yeah.
Even there's a precept in Luke that says, "Marvel not that you have power over the spirits." Get that real quick, bro.
That's
Go
right.
ahead, bro.
It says, and the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them, so that they fled out of that house naked and wounded.
Yeah, read it in the NLT.
In the NOT, Acts 19. Acts 19 and 16 in the NLT, it says, then the man with the evil spirit leaped on them, overpowered them, and attacked them with such violence that they fled from the house naked and battered.
So he beat their clothes off their ass. Here it is, all because they were playing prophet. You were trying to play prophet, and it was working for you for a little bit until it didn't work. You tried to summon up the name of Yahweh Shai. You tried to summon up the name of Paul. Or we come in the name of Yahweh Shai, who Paul speaks. And that demon looked at him and said, nigga, I know Yahweh Shai. I know Paul, but who the fuck are you?
That's right.
Who are you? You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
He leaped on them.
and they leaped on them and beat their ass till they tore their clothes off their ass, man.
For real.
You got it, brother?
Luke chapter 10, verse 20. Notwithstanding, in this rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven.
Does that mean the Lord knows us, man? So that's what we should rejoice in. That, hey, the Wadi how about you know Shai know my name.
Yeah.
I'm nobody, but he knows me. And that carry weight, bruh.
Yeah.
Hey, the king of the universe know it. Hey, leave him alone, bruh.
Yeah.
Not saying that demons don't fuck with us or afflict us, but not on that level.
On that level,
If,
yeah.
I guarantee you, if us brothers walked into that, if the Lord had it to where us brothers walked up in there, and that little boy or whoever was possessed with a demon, immediately that demon would leave, man. It would get scared and shit, start running all over the place, trying to look for an exit out. Because we got the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai with us, bro.
Right.
It ain't us. It's Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And you better know that you don't play with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai on the right or on the left. But see, in this world, they push witchcraft and wizardry. That's why that movie couldn't even be made. You think a movie like that's gonna be made in our kingdom? Fuck no. First of all, ain't gonna be none of them evil spirits, and we ain't making no fucking movies. This real life, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Them demons we ain't finna exalt them demons. Them demons are nothing in the sight of the Lord, bro. Right?
And we belong to the Lord.
We belong to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We ain't nothing. We're just unprofitable servants.
And we can back that up with a precept.
Bring it out.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 19. Nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure, having this seal: the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai knoweth them that are his.
He know what's us.
So we
that
have
we
that
his.
seal.
And that's why we ain't. You're not gonna catch us around no shit like that.
Hell no.
Now we bless
even
each other's
entertain
houses. We'll bless
Yeah.
each other. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Them demons will leave. Right? They ain't gonna afflict and mess with us.
Yeah.
Because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai know our names, man. He knows who are his and who are not. That woman that got body slammed by that demon, she wasn't of the Lord's.
Face down.
Ass up. You know what I'm saying? Face down, ass up.
His neck was broke.
Broke that bitch neck.
And I always tell a testimony I had at my job. I have an area where I go to when I'm on my break, and I lay down and go to sleep. And for weeks, I would lay down and go to sleep, and in my mind's eye, I would see a dark figure, and I knew it was a demon. I would see a dark figure just sitting there, no face, just the outline of a man just sitting there right at the end of where I'm sleeping at, and I could see it. I knew it was a demon, so I started praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to put the spirit on me after I woke up, to put the spirit on me to call his name when I'm asleep.
And that's called exercising demons.
And that's what I did. I would, the next time I went to sleep, I would see this fool, and in my mind, all I would say was Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And in my mind's eye, while I'm saying this, I can see this joker stand up off the couch and just walk away into oblivion.
Yeah.
Just keep walking until I couldn't see him no more.
Yep, and that's because the Lord is working with this, bro. Call all Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
And ever since then, ever since that night up to now, I fast every night when I go to work. I work from 11 to 7. I'll fast from 11 to like 6 or 11 to 5. And I lay down, I don't see nothing.
Yeah,
Get a good nap.
And this demon go not out, but what? By prayer and fasting.
Prayer and fasting.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what started me to fasting on my job every night.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta use it.
Gotta use it.
You gotta use the thing.
Yeah.
This is a spiritual fight, Ephesians 6.
Ephesians
12.
6, yeah.
Ephesians 6 started 12.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, and start at verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
See, the world have us thinking that it's all about flesh and blood. You see an Edomite, another heathen, another a Jake, and you think that that's as far as the fight goes. Not realizing it's a spiritual battle.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was telling me and the brother, we were speaking on our way to camp about looking at things through a spiritual lens.
That's right.
You gotta evaluate everything through a spiritual lens, bro.
That's right.
You might be arguing with your woman and shit. You're like, what the fuck's going on? And you start arguing back with her, and that's just that demon set on her to get you riled up.
Yep.
So you gotta be humble in the spirit. You gotta humble down in the spirit, and you gotta rebuke that demon, because that's all it is. You gotta see, oh, she got demons on her.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna be around her right now. Let me go somewhere else. Let me take a jog or do a walk and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go pray. Let me go meditate, because that's what it's a spiritual battle. And then you come back, the demon then jumped off of her and shit. She don't even know what the fuck. Yeah, I'm about to say, she don't know what the fuck happened. So I'm sorry, I acted like that. I didn't know. She really just want a piece of your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times they want you to lay with them, because your spirit getting on them.
Yep.
After you lay them, the demons are she like, oh, this is what I needed. The demons off of me. Yeah, she had to be gotta exercise.
Yep.
They gotta exercise this demon off. Let me go exercise this demon off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
That's how it
They
goes.
just want a piece of you. That's all it is. And the demon wants a piece of you.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
Ephesians 6 verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Because the super elite, they're constantly in line with the spiritual demon Satan. They're enchanting demons up at a high level, man. Even to come against us.
All the time.
But the Lord, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth in it, and are saved. You see? So they can't get in.
I make it a habit every night I go to work. I do this 5 nights a week, around 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning when it's real slow. All my prayers I have in my phone in the Paleo Hebrew, I go through all of them, one by one. Even the Lord's Prayer, I just go through one by one. I go through all of them, and then that's it. And I feel much better after that every time.
You feel that protective shield.
Yeah, you feel that. Yep. Lastly, it says against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High.
And that woman, she didn't have the armor of the Most High. Nope. She had no armor on her. She was like naked in the sight of the demon.
Yep.
Right? Keep reading.
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
And that's it. So you gotta have these. That's a part of our weaponry. Gospel of righteousness, faith.
It's our weapon.
You know what I'm saying? There's a shield of faith, man. Knowing that
it
it's.
says next.
Oh, keep reading, bro.
Verse 16, Ephesians 6. Above all, taking the shield of faith,
Having the shield of faith,
wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
and that's right. So our faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is keeping them darts that the wicked is throwing at us away from us. It's really keeping us hid. I went to the 7 Property Law Center to see if they had us on there they barely. It's hard to find a great millstone anywhere on that site, man, because the Lord is protecting us, bro. They know we exist. They know we out here, but the Lord protecting us, bro. I looked at the hate groups over here. It's only like 2 hate groups over here that they focus on, and they're not us. So why do you help us?
And that's why, like you said, I remember you said before, Elder Apostle Rakar always encouraging us to pray more, pray more, pray more. Because when we throw them prayers up, the Lord hears those prayers. The Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, he dispatches those angels for us to protect us.
Yeah. So that lady was praying to Jesus, and that's like throwing a nerf arrow at nothing.
It's like calling demons.
Yeah, just go right to the ground, man. But when we pray to Yahweh Shemashah, it hears God. You find it?
Don't take prayer lightly, man. Especially prayer in the Paleo Hebrew, because it comes with a stronger vibration. You know?
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 35 and verse 17. It says, the prayer of the humble pierces the clouds until they come nigh. He will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold the judge righteously.
Yeah, that's right. So
and execute judgments, like it.
Sorry, buddy. So that's the prayer of the humble. Yeah, but it do what? It pierces the sky. Why? Because first of all, we calling on Yahweh Shai. Hey, the brother was giving me comfort today. He was speaking about my whole situation, with my house and stuff. He's like, look, bro, the Lord gonna give you exactly what you need. I'm rough paraphrasing.
Oh yeah.
He said he gonna give you exactly what you need right when you need it, bro.
When you need it.
You know what I'm saying? I think he asked me, hey, how's your house searching going?
Yeah.
And I told him it wasn't looking good right now. But he was like, hey,
right
that spirit.
When you least expect it.
Yeah, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, is gonna give us what we need.
Yeah.
So it's like with that being, it's like, hey, I ain't gotta worry about it.
I
just leave it to the Lord. And I pray that we all pray. We pray to Yahweh Shai on a daily. Yeah. And he hears our prayers. That's how we know that this is real. And that what builds our faith up. Yeah. We ain't calling on no other God.
And I always, in all my prayers, I pray for both of you brothers for the Lord to give you exactly what you need.
Likewise,
because y'all have families. Yeah. I'm single, so I can wait. I can wait a little longer because it's just me. Yeah. But I always pray to Yahweh Shemashah to provide you brothers and your families with whatever you need.
And the Lord do it.
And he does it.
And that's because we call on him.
Yeah.
He said, they shall call on me and I shall say it is my people. Hey, while we've been prophesying and praying, there's a rainbow right above us.
Oh yeah, I saw that, yeah.
There's been a rainbow right above us, man. So that's the eyes of the Lord on us, right?
That's right.
And our brothers are standing around marveling at the angels, bro. And then y'all brothers on the line. You know what I'm saying? So we used to be in the city heavy. And we had to get up out of there, man. That place was wicked.
This is peaceful.
So we go to an undisclosed location, right? And we let the word manifest. And that, like I said, that boat, that circle.
Yeah. I got a quick precept. This is the book of Psalms. I got this from Elder Apostle Gabar Yahweh. Psalms chapter 34.
Elder Apostle Gabar.
Elder Apostle. What did I say?
Elder Apostle Gabar Yahweh.
Oh, it's like well, he is Yahweh.
No, he's a Benjamin.
He's a Benjamin. That's right. Slakia.
We all come from the waters of Judah, but I know what you mean, bro. I know what you just in case. Go ahead, bro.
Psalms chapter 34 and verse 7. The angel of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah campeth round about them, encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them.
Yeah, it is.
And NLT says, for the angel of the Lord is a guard. He surrounds and defends all who fear him.
Because we have those angels around us. That woman, she didn't have those angels protecting her. That's why she died. The demon jumped on whoever and it put that woman to death. If that really happened. They said in reality, a lot of that shit's over embellishment.
Yeah.
But demons got to jump on people to really fuck with people.
Really
I saw a video, one of the elders did a video, this dude was robbing a car. He did a break-in, and what he didn't know he was possessed by a demon, but the demon was right across the street. It was running side to side. It ran first, and then he crept up, broke the car window, snatched everything out, and when he left, the demon followed him.
I saw that video.
Yeah, you saw that video?
Yeah.
There
It was
was
like
one-
a dark shadow.
Yeah. That's a demon.
Online, I seen a video of this one. I think it was down in Brazil, and it was this dude that it looked like his jaw was broken or something. Was like he had blood in his mouth, and the dude was like leaning back, like man stiff like that. He had like braids on.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he was
yeah.
just like laughing, like
Yeah, demons.
like looking crazy. I was like, yo, that motherfucker's possessed with like legions,
Yeah, he
bro.
possessed with legions.
Because like his body was like all like
broken.
yeah. I was
Broken.
just
He
like,
was
damn,
still,
bro.
He just walked, yeah. And hey man, this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
With the reason why people do the things they do is because they're possessed. Hey, we had demons on us.
Yeah.
We had every last one of us had a demon following us since day one, possessing us to do all kinds of shit. You know, going off, and then that demon got exercised off of us when we came to the truth, through the spirit and power of Yahweh about you know shot. That's why it behooves you not to leave this truth, because you'll get what? There's a scripture that says,
7 times more.
Somebody find it.
That one?
Yeah, he gonna get it.
Yeah.
Bring out what you had, Kahan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the people that you may see and you know they're walking and at your jobs or wherever, they're all possessed with demons, man.
Yeah.
Some of them have lesser demons than others, but they all have demons on them, man. Whether it be of idol worshiping, of adultery, whatever. But majority of the people that you see, they possessed with demons.
And that's
man.
why the scripture says when this place is destroyed, it's going to be the hold of every foul demon and
That's
every
right.
evil spirit. Because in our kingdom, those spirits not going to be able to run a month. It's going to be too powerful. The righteousness going, just like in this world, wickedness is overwhelming in this world. In our kingdom, wickedness is going to be there, but it's not going to be on the level that you see it is here. It's going to be on a very minute level, because righteousness is going to be exalted and executed in the earth.
That's right.
These demons ain't gonna be able to thrive. They're gonna be. That's why the demon had told Yahweh Shah, "Have you come to punish us before our time?" Because they know it's gonna be a time where they're gonna be punished.
Yep. I saw a moving video. Elder Apostle Aramlad. Trying to control my words.
That's okay, brother.
Elder Apostle Aramlad. If you go to the GMS breakdowns, Luke chapter 4, the temptation of Yahweh Shai, he gives the breakdown in that, and in that video he's saying,
And share it with the camp.
Khan, he said that we, as the hopeful elect, we have power over the demons.
Yeah.
So if we feel their presence, if we feel like we're being attacked or whatever, rebuke them.
Yeah.
And I put that rebuking demons prayer on our WhatsApp. You know, because we have the power to rebuke them, because we're over them.
Yep.
Because we fear Yahweh B'Shem Shai. They fear Yahweh B'Shem Shai, and they know the Lord is protecting us.
We're angels in the flesh.
We're angels in the flesh.
We're angels in the
Yeah.
flesh. Actually, we're angels too.
That's
They
right.
know those are our brothers.
Yeah.
On the right and the left hand
That's
side,
right,
bro.
That's right.
Like, bro, like who you fucking with, man?
Yeah.
Like, go over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Leave us alone.
And he said it's a good thing when you rebuke them, get angry.
Yeah.
Put your emotions into him. Say, look, he said you can say I rebuke you or whatever, and he said they might leave, but he said, you know what, say get the fuck away from me and leave me alone. And they'll leave you alone, because they'll say, oh, he's mad, we're not gonna fuck with him today, we'll come back some other time. And I was like, oh shit, it's like that. And it's just like that.
Yeah,
You know?
For real.
For real. This is Matthew 12, verse 43 and 44. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, right? Verse 43.
And when did that unclean spirit go out of you? When you come into this truth.
When you come into this truth.
Go ahead.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none.
Yeah, he keep trying to come back. He's trying to find a way in, trying to get in, but he see that his clean is defended. Go ahead.
Yep. Verse 44. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out.
So he tried to come back to that vessel, which is that man. Go ahead.
And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished.
And why is it empty and swept? Because Yahweh B'Shem Shah has cleansed us. Right? That's why it behooves us to stay within the body. I was telling the brother about staying tapped in.
Yes.
Keep reading, bro.
Verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
So that's what he does to try to jump. Try to jump. Keep reading.
And they enter in and dwell there, and the last state of that man is worse than the first.
And that's what happened when you fall out to this truth. You go back into the world. That old demon that was on you come with 7 more. Now there's 8 strong demons on you.
Really
It's him
fucked up.
plus 7 strong, hard hitting demons. And then you see the dude just get totally succumb by those demons. And he back. The nigga got tattoos all on him.
Yeah.
Way bigger ones. He's smoking weed.
Yeah.
He got
Ooh,
dreads.
that's the spirit.
Motherfucker got black ass lips. He got this super
Yeah.
crazy doctrine that's still in the true demon on him. This nigga, even that. I remember a war on them, they just faded away. They were trying to contend, and then just right back into the world, doing whatever, smoking weed, being niggas.
There's
You know
a
what I'm
video,
saying?
I want to say it's the video. The brother was from one of the camps in Chicago, but I'm not gonna say it was Chicago because I'm not sure. But the brother did a video on a brother who was in a camp, and he fell out, and this brother that fell out did a video smoking weed, and the brother that did the video on him, he was saying how if you look at his eyes, and he was showing his eyes, he said this he's not a brother no more. 7 more demons, and he used this precept, more powerful came and took him over.
Yeah.
And this nigga was on camera, smoking weed, talking about the truth, trying to
Through, man. And you don't want to be that. And it ain't no hope in this world. It's like the scriptures call it returning to a dog has returned to its own vomit, man. You waddling right back into this shit. It ain't nothing in this world for us, bro.
Nothing.
Everything that was in this world is darkness, bro. And we're in the light. And we want to stay here. And that's why you got to pray constantly. You got to fast constantly. And we got on Wednesday, September 11th, coming up as the Day of Atonement, bro. That's a day. That's the day of straight up fast. It's a dry fast. No eating, no drinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For 24-hour period from sundown to sundown. Okay? So remember that. And while we in a state of atoning for our sins, it behooves us to pray while we're fasting, anoint ourselves, and if at all, just stay in the spirit the whole time. You know what I'm saying? We know you got to go to sleep, but hey, stay in the spirit the whole time. It's going to be a heavy day. But it's good. It's needed. We need it. Even though our sins are already atoned for through Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, that day is going to really set it up for us. Because guess what? We're practicing the righteous acts.
That's right. Every day.
I have the book of Isaiah 62 and verse 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. He that make mention of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Going back to, praying constantly. The scriptures say pray without ceasing, and, beg the Lord to deliver us out of here, man, because again, there's no continuing city for us here. There's no rest in this place for us, man.
This ain't our rest. This place is a place of judgment. This place is a place of darkness and death. This is a place. This is not it, bro. We ain't looking to build no eternal house here. We don't need none of that because everything's gonna burn here. Everything is about to be destroyed. Okay, and all hell's about to break loose. Close
That's
out.
right. Hey, so with that, Akim, we hope camp was edifying. Again, all praises, honor, and glory go to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching truth and for ruling well. And peace salutation to all you Akim pushing and defending his gospel throughout the four corners of the earth, as well as to the believers anyhow by Shim Yahushai, the men as well as the women, the hopeful elect. Hey, shalom.